Well, hello guys, so today is a very exciting day for me. It is time for my network upgrade video. So this is my Synology DS918 Plus. This is the replacement for my aging DS413. It has served me absolutely fantastic. I have no complaints. I am merely upgrading A because I need more storage, B because I need more power, and C, I love Synology and I just think it's time to upgrade. I put a lot of time and effort into my NAS. Got a lot of delicate things on my NAS, such as my photos, so I take it very seriously. And this was the replacement. Now, this replacement has been coming for a long time, but the reason why I got to this point and decided to get this one is by watching somebody called Robin over on span.com. I'll leave a link in their channel. Absolutely fantastic guy, really goes in depth about the various NASes on the market, whether it's QNAP or Synology. And I come to this decision A because it's the kind of top of the line consumer one. It's got an Intel Celeron processor, which in the grand scheme of things doesn't sound a lot. If you put it into a laptop, for example, it is the starting point in laptop processors. But for a NAS, that is more than enough. They are quite light devices. But for things like Plex and 4K transcoding or 1080p transcoding, a Celeron is considered very, very good. So this has got 4 GB of memory built in, but I have also bought some more RAM from Kingston. So there we are. It's not actually from Kingston, apology. It's from Corsair. 4 gig extra, so that'll be 8 GB in total. As literally a couple of days ago, Synology announced they've got virtualization for different platforms. So you can now download a program called Virtualization Manager and run different versions of Windows as a virtual machine. So 8 gig is more than enough, but it gives me a chance then to load loads of different things at once and have no problem. So we're going to do an unboxing of two things. You got the Synology there, and underneath are 4 hard drives. So that will be 4 hard drives. That will be 4 terabytes each. So that'll be 4 terabytes times 4, giving me a grand total of 16 terabytes. Now, by the time you put your RAID on, you won't actually get that much. But I've gone for the Seagate Iron Wolf Pro, which is the NAS specific ones, and the Pro you get faster speeds and slightly more advantages to it. So let's give it a go. Unboxing. I'm going to put it aside so you can get a bit more of a view. So what we're going to get? We're going to get our power brick, UK. Now over at Span, if you order this and you need a particular country, you can actually contact them and they will put it in there for you. Whether that be European, Australian, American, anything you want. So that is already, I'm English, so that'll be fine for me. Having a look. So let's take this one out. Now this is going to be the power brick. Got a couple of trial software, quick installation guide, 2 Ethernet cables. Now you get 2 because this has got 2 LAN ports on the back, which I will be utilising the link aggregation, as I have got a managed switch which I'm able to do that. We've got our external power brick, which is the exact same one as I've got on my other NAS, which is great. So when I do come to do it, I can do that. Got some screws. Now this is for if you want to put a 2.5 inch drive into the caddies. The caddies themselves for 3.5 inch drives have got the quick snapping ones on there, which I'll show you in just a second, so that's absolutely fine. And we've also got a set of keys, so you can lock the drives. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to be, you know, bulletproof, but for the general purposes of if you're worried about someone stealing your drives, the fact you can lock them is quite nice peace of mind. And then we've got the drive itself. Now, it's actually very light, obviously because this is diskless. I bought the drive separately. And any recommendations I would say is if you want to get 8 GB of RAM, my recommendation would be buy the 4 GB baseline model and then actually just get some RAM yourself. RAM is a lot cheaper to buy on its own. I think I picked up one for about £20, whereas the upgrade for this, if you wanted it shipped to 8 gig, is quite a lot. So looking at the device itself, we can see we've obviously got the drive bays on the front. So we've got a total of 4. These simply just pop out, and there we go. there are the quick release there. So you put your hard drives in and these click into place and keep it nice and secure. Looking around the device, you've got your status lights. The status is green if everything's good, amber if there's an issue with the RAID array, so like one of your drives is failing, and red if there is something catastrophically wrong. You've obviously got your LED lights there as well to let you know what disk is being utilised. Now they should all pretty much flash at the same time if you're RAIDing, because they are all being utilised. USB 3 on the front, and you have got a physical power button. On both sides, you've got the Synology branding, which is also acting as a vent. And then on the back, this is where all the action happens. So first things first, you've got your 2 LANs, which I'll be utilising both. You've got a Kensington lock if you want to tie it down. You've got an eSATA port, that's for expansion base. So when you've utilised all this and you've put the maximum amount of... So let's put, for example, I've put 10 terabyte drives in there and a new 20 terabyte drive comes in, but you can't afford it. You can then just buy an expansion rack, which I think gives you 5 extra ports, and put some more hard drives in, and it will just basically integrate into the system, and it just won't know any different. You've got your power in, and another USB 3 on the back there. Now, what I will do now is pop the drives in. So, I'm just going to put this aside for a second. We're now going to look at our drives. So, this is from eBuyer, highly recommending company. Had nothing but pleasure dealing with these. They just come in standard brown boxes. They are brand new. And this is what they look like. So, small description, but basically, open it up. Got a brand new sealed 4 terabyte Iron Wolf Pro. So these are designed for NAS drives. So they are slightly different in terms of, well, physical size, there is no difference. The only difference will come in the kind of technology that is incorporated inside of them. So these are designed to be run all the time with no problems at all, whereas desktop hard drives obviously can go idle if nothing's happening, whereas a NAS will typically be reading and writing all the time. Now in my example, I do have a IP camera attached to my NAS, so there is constant read and writes. So these are great for that. They do spin at 7200 RPM, so I have got the faster data transfer rates. And that is pretty much this. So what we're going to do is just unwrap all of these. Just going to zoom out for you guys so you get a better view. And then we're going to pop them into the drive, and then we're going to boot the drives up. And at that point, that's pretty much where I'm going to leave you, because the Synology setup, guys, is really simple. You basically plug it into your network, and then you go onto any browser connected to your internet and type in find.synology.com, and that will then find the local Synology on your network. And then from there, you pretty much follow the GUI, and you let it set up. Now mine, I've got another one, so I need to do data transfer, so that's why I'm just going to leave it, because it's going to take such a long time. So I'll be doing that over FTP, File Transfer Protocol, because it is the quicker method. So, to get these out, you simply take it from the end. There's a little bit where you can, it says pull. You pull it, a bit of force, and then these just come out. And then all you got to do then is get your 3.5 inch drive. They are, you need a bit of pressure on them, but there you go. So, the easiest thing to do is lie it on the floor and just literally just pop your drive in. So the SATA connectors need to be facing away from this pull bay, because that's obviously where they line up at the other end. All you do then is put your snappy thing back on. Just got to make sure they line up absolutely fine. And just put it on the floor, line them in, and then boom, they just click into place like that. And that is how you do it. So guys, I'm just going to put all these together and we'll come back just as I'm about to reboot it. And what I just wanted to do, so I've set the drives up in their bays ready to go, but one thing I need to do is upgrade the RAM. So what I'm going to do is zoom in for you. So inside, you can just about see, I'll put the light on for you so you can have a see, guys, is there is a RAM slot waiting to go. So I'm just going to crack open my RAM and input that very, very carefully, just so when it boots, it's kind of ready to go. So notch on the left hand side, we're literally going to pop that in, slide that in kind of very carefully, and then when I'm ready, I'm just going to pop it down, and then my notches are in. That's good to go. I am now ready to pop my drives in. Zoom out for you, and it's a simple case of just guiding it into the rails and let the drives do the rest. They clip into place, and then you can get your key and then lock it down if you're happy. And then we are ready to get this bad boy set up. Now, I've used Synology before, so I know my way around their disk station operating system. It's one of the best on the market in my opinion. Just going to lock these drives now. There we go. So you just simply pop it in. Just rotate. Now, like I said, it's not as good as being behind a server cover and locked, but, you know, for home users, it does the job. So thank you very much for watching this little bit.